Yeah, we're going, mate. So today we're here with Jacob Friske, Gold Coast comedian. I've seen Jacob come up through the ranks, really, like it's mad,
Yeah,
It's sick. I see a lot of growth too, and like you're good at the start too, but like every time there's just improvement. Like it's mad, man. It's mad
oh,
to see.
appreciate that,
Yeah,
mate. It means a lot.
yeah. We'll get into more of the comedy stuff afterwards, but the name of the show is Tell Me Something Wild. So I really like to start off with like a wild story from you. So tell me something wild, bro.
Perfect. Well, this was 2 years ago in Romania.
Ooh.
So I went to Europe for 6 months, went backpacking, and I did this music festival in Romania for 3 days. And so I flew in, um, yeah, went the first night, and they were selling these like liter buckets of Long Island iced tea
Yeah.
for 12 Australian
And
dollars.
some Romanian moonshine fucking shit too,
Yeah,
probably.
no,
Yeah.
it was no brands I'd ever heard of, and you got a free shot with every liter bucket you bought. I was
That's
like, oh,
insane.
cool, a liter
That's
bucket of alcohol with a limited alcohol, and that
yeah.
was the only good stuff they broke out. So it was like all this off-brand stuff for the drink, and then it was just this Smirnoff Gold flaked fucking
Yeah, I know that shit. Yeah.
yeah for the shot. And so I met this guy who was one of the DJs for the festival, and so we were chatting for a bit, and then he was like, oh, I'm going to do a set, come and hang out at this little stage I'm performing at. I was like, yeah, sick, sounds
Yeah.
good. And so wandered over there with him. He's up on stage. I'm just in like the crowd, whatever. And this guy comes up to me, and he sort of nudges me, and he says something in another language.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
assume Romanian. Um, but he was sort of it sort of looked like he was gesturing towards the stage, and I was pretty drunk, so I was like, you know what? He must just be like, yeah, how good's this? So I just went, yeah, fuck yeah, dude,
Yeah.
and just went back to what I was doing. But then like three or four people came through the crowd trying to get out the back, so I just like stepped out of their way. And as I did, this guy, he was a pro. In one movement, had one hand on the back of my neck,
Yeah.
one hand down the front of my pants, pulled me in and kissed me. And yeah, so
Oh, the European handshake.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, like that's how we all say. That's how they say hello over there.
Yeah.
But so I shoved him off, and was just like, didn't want to start anything. Was just like, hey man, not for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he cracked the shits a bit, and he sort of shoved me, and I just went, nah, I just waved him off and turned away from him, and he punched me in the back of the head, like that, like back corner.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Um,
Fucking hell.
and so he sort of hit me. I stumbled, but there was just people all there, so there was
Yeah.
nowhere to go. So I was like, oh well, in for a penny, in for a pound, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I turned around, and he wasn't a big fella,
Yeah.
and so I hit him like pretty clean on the chin, and I watched him hit the ground, and the way his head bounced off the ground, I was like, oh, that's not healthy.
Yeah.
So I
No,
like
no, no,
I like
it's-
dove in to be like, fuck, is he okay? But as I did that, three of his mates have obviously just turned and seen me deck their friend.
Yeah, and then lunging at
lunge
him.
at him on the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
So they've got up, and like just one of them's grabbed me by the collar and just thrown me back, and like one of them's checking on him, the other two were coming at me, and I was like, fuck, what do I do here? But then as that was all happening, I get grabbed from behind by probably the most muscular dude I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, some big Ivan Drago motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it was the first music festival in Romania, I believe, in a couple of years. So they were a bit nervous about like drugs coming in and everything.
Yeah.
So they had the army doing security at this festival.
Like
So
the
that-
Romanian army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was one of the dudes that grabbed me. Was this dude just vacuum sealed in a green t-shirt with a like machine gun at his side, whatever. Like, so he just grabs me and just drags me through the festival to the center office. And I sat there for about 25 minutes waiting for them to find someone that spoke English.
Yeah.
And for that whole time, I was just like, cool, I'm going to Romanian prison. I'm done. I'm just never.
That's wild. That
And-
is wild.
Yeah. And then.
Who'd you go traveling with? Did you just go by yourself to that festival?
So I went by myself to the festival.
That's fucking mad, man. That's
yeah,
insane.
it was
That's
good
fucking
fun.
brave.
So it was.
Venture in Romania, fucking bush duffing out in Romania by
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly.
Cunt. That's mad though,
bit
bro.
of fun. Yeah.
That's sick, man. Most cunts would not do that, bro. Like
no,
fucking.
well, I went over there with my missus at the time, and we split up while we were over there.
Oh yeah, so fucking yeah. The bush stuff was like yeah,
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 that was me just sort of pairing off. but yeah, after like 25 minutes, they found like
yeah.
someone in charge who spoke English came in and was like, "Hey, we saw the altercation. You were attacked. You were defending yourself."
Yeah, you were like sexually assaulted.
Yeah, he said a couple of which I think was fitting for the area. So
Yeah.
a couple of homophobic things about,
Yeah.
like we can't be having that disgusting
Yeah, they're full on
homosexual
over
stuff.
there.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
and he was like, do you wish to press charges against that man? And I was like, oh, what would that entail? And he's like, oh, we'll get you into court probably in about 2 weeks, and then you go through the courts, and if he's found guilty, he'll be locked up for sexual assault. And I was like, hey, I've got a flight out of here in 3 days, so no.
Yeah.
And so then him and his mates all got banned from the festival apparently.
That's good.
And I went back out there and
You just kept partying.
just kept partying.
No more sexual assaults.
No, that was the only one that was at least the only one that was done to me.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's gold. Oh, that's wild, man. That is wild. That's good. That's a good story. I like it. It's got fucking sexual assault, violence,
All the hot
near
buttons.
jail, fucking, you know, the language barrier and shit, man.
Exactly.
Like fuck. Because I've only been to Bali. I've never been anywhere else, and that was only recently. So I don't know fuck all. I'm uncultured, bro. I don't know about.
Yeah, I've never been to Bali.
Yes.
Other than New Zealand, I think Europe. The trip to Europe was my first time out of the country.
Where'd you go in Europe?
So we were there for
Romania
6 months, backpacking around. So I did England, Wales, Scotland, Portugal, Spain, Germany, the Netherlands, Italy, Czech Republic, Poland, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Romania.
Fuck yeah, doing the World War II tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking oath,
Didn't quite make it out to Ukraine to meet Vladimir. But,
nah, that's cool though. That's smart. How old were you when you did that?
So I was 25.
Oh yeah, man, that's a good age. And how far in did you split up with the missus?
So we separated 3 months into the 6 months.
Oh yeah,
trip.
so half.
Yeah.
Was it better the first half or the second half?
Well, the weird thing was
that's weird.
The weird thing was that the way we separated was more or less her, because she was half German, so she had the full passport and everything over there. So she told me about halfway through that she wouldn't be coming home at the end of the trip.
Yeah.
She was just like, I'm going to stay in Germany, explore my trip.
This is
so
fucking.
We did off and on. We did parts of the trip that we had planned still together for the rest of it.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
that's
like
cool.
it was. It's a funny story about how I found out we were splitting up. So I had to spend half my time outside of the Schengen area, they call it. So
Schengen area. Where's that in Romania?
No, so there's a bunch of countries in Europe that sort of they classify themselves as one in terms of immigration.
Oh yeah.
So I could spend 3 months out of the 6 months in those countries. So I had to spend time out in Eastern Europe, in the UK, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So she was in Germany at one point visiting a family, and I was in England. And we met up in the south of Spain to go do this huge hike in Portugal.
Yeah.
And so I got into the hostel quite late, and she was there with her sister, because her sister lives over there too.
Yeah.
And she was there with her sister, and they had a few drinks with these guys from the hostel, and she was pretty hammered. And so she sort of drunkenly blurted out then that she wasn't coming home at the end of the trip, which is funny because that same day when I was still in London, I'd gone to a jeweler and bought a ring to pop the question on that hike in Portugal. So, in the space of 12 hours, I went from I'm going to pop the question to...
You probably dodged the bullet, right? Yeah.
Look, I think looking at it now...
man, I've been married and I did not. Yeah.
I also just think that for me, I just needed it. Like, I just needed to be single.
Yeah,
I need because I just wasn't happy. I wasn't dealing with that because I had someone else.
Yeah, the culture thing's hard too. Like my ex-wife was South African, and like the culture thing is hard, man. Like, you know, they're just different. Like Aussies, I don't deal with all the fucking like pretend shit, you know, that they do. The proper trying to.
We're very laid back in our approach to most things. But well, that's why I started comedy. Because I came back from Europe. Like, I'd done it a couple of times before I went away, like once every 6 months. Just as a hobby.
Yeah, man.
And then when I came back, I was obviously not in a great way. And so I was like,
bro.
Fuck it, if I'm going to be home. I'd rather not be sitting at home every night with my thoughts.
Yeah, bro. Might as well be fucking unleashing them on crowds. Yeah,
exactly. And here we are, and it's going okay.
That's mad. That's cool. I feel like you need some sort of tragedy to help your comedy, bro. Because
Yeah.
I would like, I'm 34. I only started last year. So it's like, I know that if I started a lot younger, I would have been an arrogant fuckhead that didn't have the same like sense of humor. Like I feel like I had to develop this through like years of fucking trauma and fucking shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you talk to like most comics you talk to, like not many of us have just
Yeah,
had cruisy, happy
yeah.
lives. And
Well, it's crazy, man. I fucking found a video like when I was searching through all my old lady's old stuff, and she filmed a video of me talking to my dad's funeral,
oh, okay.
and fucking it was mad, like, because I forgot about it, but like watching it, like I was pretty well doing comedy. I was up there cracking jokes, and because like I had to pay for the funeral, so like like we're gonna charge extra to have some MC do it, and I was like,
okay.
I'm not fucking paying some cunt that didn't know me dad to talk about me dad. I'll just do it. So I did all that shit, and it was like, and I'm like, there's in there moments where you're like, you have to be the beacon of every cunt. You have to show every cunt that it's okay today to celebrate this person instead. Like, like, all right, shit's bad, but let's look at the good for a few moments. And I feel like that's what comedy is,
100%,
like,
yeah.
and I think that's where, like, if you are fucked up human being, like, general people will be like, if he's laughing, fucking, my shit will be fine, I'll fine,
exactly.
Yeah. Nothing's ever as bad as it seems, like it could get worse. I know.
For sure.
It has plenty, and I'm like, fuck, cunt. Yeah,
yeah,
but
it's always when you think it's at its absolute worst that it's like, oh no, we can dip low.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, babe. It's wild. Yeah, that's mad. So your writing process. So when was the first time you did comedy? How old were you?
So the first time I did comedy, I think I was 22.
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, up at just a sit down open mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was I remember like because I always loved stand up. Like I think the first stand up special I saw was Dave Chappelle's "Killing 'Em Softly."
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is incredible. Like this, like
yeah, that is sick. That's a good special.
But like living in Gympie, it didn't seem like something that existed here. I was just like, oh, that's what you do in America or England.
Yeah.
And so I think when I moved to the Goldie, like when I first heard that you could just sign up for an open mic, I was like, oh, I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But after I found out that I could do it, I took 3 months to write my first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's like, fair enough, though.
I was like, I've got to be funny. I've got to do it. And then I got up on stage and burnt through it in about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, of course. Just fucking.
Just nerves, yeah.
Yeah, did you have a good set? Was it like decent reception?
Yeah, it went okay.
It's wild, like, like, because I know your first set, like, even though it goes well, like, you look back at it now knowing what you're like, holy fuck, what the fuck? But it's still, I think, like, I could tell that you would have had it, like, it would have been good for your first time. Like, it would have been a surprise,
It went
like,
all right, definitely. Like, I think for me, the biggest thing is I just came off stage and went, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And
that's mad.
I was a lot cleaner back then when I started.
Yeah, true. That's mad, though.
Yeah.
That's mad. I can't write, like, all my jokes have some filthy in it. It's so hard, man. I can't write clean shit. I gotta try. I got stupid dad jokes and that, but they're like, you can only do so many of them. Like, all my stories have some fucked up and like vulgar, or like, I gotta try. I feel like writing clean is a challenge that I need to put on myself, but like the way I write, it isn't like I don't set out to do it. It just sort of happens. Like a lot of it comes from like banter at work and hanging shit on some cunt, and then I'll be like, hey, there's a joke in that, like 100%. Fucking, there's more to that. Yeah, but so who's some of your favorite comedians?
So I'm big into sort of like the British scene these days. So there's guys like Mike Rice, Vittorio Angeloni, Sean Walsh, guys like that.
I don't know, man. I'll have to check them out. They're like what their fellas doing stuff now, like fucking.
Yeah, so they're rolling at the moment. I think Mike Rice just released his second special. Yeah. And I think Vittorio's doing the same. Sean Walsh has been around a little longer. He's got
that sounds more familiar, Sean Walsh.
Yeah, but in terms of like the big ones, I mean, you can't go past, the Burrs, the Chappelles.
Yeah.
As much as, he's been in trouble for stuff off stage. Louis C.K.
Oh yeah, Louis C.K.
I think
Louis C.K. is one of the funniest people in the world, man. Like
I think he might be the best of all time.
Yeah, 100%. He's so he's amazing. He's I used to love just watching him do like radio. Like I used to listen to all them old Opie and Anthony, and because I love Patrice, man.
Oh, Patrice was.
I love Patrice
phenomenal.
And like Louis and Patrice, and even like Louis and Jim Norton and shit like that. Louis just bounces so well off cunts. He has this like, it's like this sense of assurance, but there's still like a lot of like vulnerability. He's hilarious, man. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, one of the best to ever do it. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and he's done a lot of like his style is hard to pinpoint. Like it's so. I like that about comedians that like sort of, you can't pigeonhole them in one thing.
Yeah, 100%.
One of my favorites. I love Ali Sadiq. You ever seen Ali Sadiq? I love Ali Sadiq.
Yeah.
I know. I can watch. I've watched every one of his, and there's so many, and they're so fucking long. And I always think like, oh man, I don't have time for this shit. But then I'll eventually like chuck the headphones in and end up listening to the whole thing in one sitting. Sure, it's like fucking, he's just I like how like really good comedians can bring the tension back, and like it and take it away from funny for a bit. And make you feel other shit, and then back to funny. It's like, oi, shit,
out of the hole.
Yeah,
that's something I've noticed recently, like with myself, like only very recently, is like I think I've only just got comfortable with silence on stage.
Yeah.
Like if I'm halfway through a story, and like it's just that next level of silent where everyone's like honed in.
That's a good thing. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it used to mess with my head, be like, oh, I'm not being funny.
Yeah,
but like now it's like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
The laugh is coming, and it's almost helped by the fact that they're so plugged in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, silence can be good. Like, that was good at the first tradies gig, like, because they're a bunch of Mongol drunken tradie. They're good cunts, but like, and it's a big long room, so a lot of people were talking throughout the gig. And like everyone sort of got him for a bit, but like Mark got him real good. Like fucking, it was funny watching it back and like just listening to the crowd slowly, like just shut up and listen. And it was sick, like I love that shit. It was sick seeing Sam Talent on the weekend too. Just going, fuck, he's mad, man. He's such a cool dude, bro. And he's sort of a big reason why I started comedy too. Okay. Because I just went and seen him when he went to the Paddo. Yeah. And Richo and Mark opened for him. And then I ran into Mark at the fucking Caxton one time after a Broncos Warriors game. And I'm like, hey, man, you're that lad. And he's like, yeah, come down to the club. And then, fucking just started going. And then Richo and I was like, yeah, get up, cunt. You should get up one time. I was like, yeah, fuck it, right. And they done that fresh face thing. And it was, it was mad, man. It was cool, and I've just been fucking hooked ever since.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were so new because you're really fucking good.
Cheers, bro. Like I feel like I think it's like life, like as I said, like it's a lot of fucked up life experience, and that's the thing. Like I feel like one of my biggest things is like I never had ambitions of being a comedian. I always liked it. And I didn't really understand it as much. Like I enjoyed it, but like I watch all. I feel like Kill Tony really opened me up to what comedy really is. Like because you watch all the big specials. Like and I loved watching Richard Pryor and like old Eddie Murphy and like when I was young and that I used to love that stuff. But like you forget because they're so good and it's such a performance. Like you sort of get lost in it. But then I sort of like after me mum died. Or it might even been right before my mum died. Like I was sort of started watching Kill Tony. I can't remember. It was like it was when it was the pandemic. Like it was just when that. And I started watching Kill Tony, and I was like, fuck, like, and it opened my eyes up to like the how the sausage is made because you see you can't sort of stumble through it a bit more, and you see a bit of the smoke behind the mirrors, and it was like. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching the art of it, like how people, because, as like when you're watching a master do it, it's like a mad magician. Like you have no idea how the fuck they do it. It's just amazing. So it's like when you actually watch people sort of, you start seeing little things like, oh, yeah, that's, yeah. And then, like, but,
It's cool even on the scene here, like when you know someone and you see people like working on a bit, and it's like you don't see them for a couple of weeks, and you see them, it's a lot sharper. And you go,
bro.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, one of the maddest things happened when I was only a few months in. I remember Richo came here, and he's and I was staying upstairs at that point, and he told me this bit. Have you heard him do the milk bit? It's fucking gold.
I don't think I have.
It's like, it's so good. I've full clipped it up. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
And I might even fucking post it in the edit, post it in.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious, man. And he told me it upstairs before he done it on stage. And then I watched him and it was so good, man. And I'm like, I was telling him little things like, yeah, fucking really emphasize it. That's so good when you drop that last. And and I watched him do it on stage the first time, and I watched him do it a bunch of times. And it was sick to see that. Yeah, I felt real, because it's crazy, man. Richo and all these lads are good friends now, but it's I'm still a fan too.
Yeah.
I'm still a fucking fan. So it's it's sick seeing that shit happen, and see how a bit gets, how it comes, and it helped me write shit too, I don't know, fucking writing is weird. That's as I said, I feel like I sort of Forrest Gumped my way into fucking comedy. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I was just turning up to watch the shit. Now it's it's part of my life, and I'm a fucking, But I still know that there's gonna be a lot of I know that there's stuff that I want to be in as a comedian that I'm not yet. One of my favorite lads now, and one of the people I look up to the most in comedy, is Dave Attell. I love Dave Attell, bro. Yeah, he's the man. Just his delivery, and his just the way he turns the most ridiculous shit into hilariousness. He's so good. That's what I want to do as a comedian. I want to be able to just make fucking nonsense hilarious,
that's it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting getting to that point where it's I think for the first 6 months, to a year of doing comedy, you sort of look at the people above you and you go, well, why aren't I there?
Yeah.
I feel like my stuff's getting laughs, they're getting laughs, and then it's sort of it's interesting getting over that hump and realizing understanding the art of it, and being there is so many levels.
It reminds me so much of music, man. Because that's when you learn an instrument, you always start off with nice little riffs or melodies, just so it keeps you interested. And then as you you keep a couple of them in the box so you can practice them in between, trying to get the chords and all the rest of the shit. And that's how comedy feels. Your first little joke, 3 hit punchline jokes that you write at the start, that silly observations and shit. They're the riffs. They're delicious. They're good. They're fucking mad. They're fun to play. Everyone loves them. But it's still that's the first shit. There's more. There's so much more to fucking crazy shit you can do with it to make it fucking
That's it. And I think I'm sort of starting to understand that in my writing now. I went through a fair process there, because I do a lot of the darker stuff.
Babe. I like how you do it too. Some people don't do it well. You do it well, babe.
Well, it was a lot of trial and error, because I think at the start I forgot about the funny.
Yeah,
just going up there and
shocking.
just trying to use shock value.
Yeah, babe.
And it was sort of it's sort of the philosophy I sort of write by now, is it's just, you've got to be using the fucked up to be funny.
Yeah, 100%.
And not the funny.
Yeah.
Because you see guys that want to just use doing comedy as an excuse to, say wild shit.
Yeah.
And it's just you can tell that your first intent there isn't just to be funny.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think that's sort of the process that I had to go through, at least, of being the shock value is not where, the shocking thing shouldn't be the punchline. The shocking thing should be what sells the punchline.
Yeah, that's it, 100%. Yeah. With my dark stuff, I don't know. This is how all my dark stuff is just I'll say something ridiculous or fucked, and then I'll take it somewhere else fucked. That's sort of I don't intentionally write like that, but I've realized that's my fucking because I'll be I've got a hot cousin, you should see him, and shit like that. It's always just dumb shit like that, and so you sort of take it somewhere fucked, and then so it's subverting expectations, sort of, because they're you can't get worse. I don't know. But yeah, because I do like dark stuff, and I feel like, and like I really like Jesselnick, like the way he writes, bro, and Jimmy Carr and fucking Ricky Gervais, the way they write dark is it's fucking so it's them cunts are they're doing symphonies, but they're playing like
100%.
orchestral shit doing that, you know, it's mad. It's a real.
Oh yeah, it's
And
insane.
you do a lot like that. I like how you do, and same as Mitch, man. Mitch. Thing is, I love Mitch too. Like, but he's a fucking creepy looking motherfucker. Hey, I love him, bro. I do love him. I hate saying it, man, but he does this. Oh, he's so funny when he does it, man. But it's like I feel, because I feel bad because I remember. Yeah, at the tradie gig, like my sister bought her friend, and she's like, "Oh, that fella creeped me out." I'm like, "Dude, he's the nicest fella." And then I watched his stuff back. I'm like, "Oh man, I could imagine like seeing him for the first time, just saying this shit."
Yeah,
and it's nuts that day. I feel like what makes, and he's a weapon too, bro. Like, because I've seen him do rooms that were not into it at all, and he just powers through, and that shows like I feel like when you're doing dark stuff or when you're doing things that you're confident about, like you're confident aren't who you are, you can joke about them, you can say shit, but if you're insecure about shit, you're sort of less likely, or it's less likely to come off authentic.
That's it.
So like that's why he's so good, like because he's fucking such a good dude. There's like
exactly.
And I feel like that's with you too, like. Yeah, it's like you got a more friendly look about you, though. Like, which only, it's so did Ted Bundy too. So don't worry.
Exactly. I'm still a threat. Don't worry. Well, that's sort of the thing is that like I think part of what makes what I do, like the style that I do, so enjoyable to me is, of course, I'm joking. Like the stuff I'm saying is so mental. There's no way anyone could mean it. And that makes it funny to me.
100%. Yeah.
And but yeah, like because I don't think there's any topic that I haven't touched on. Like I say wild shit.
And I feel this is something I think like as comedians, like it's sort of our job to say the things that to remind people that these are just fucking words, man. They're just a bunch of noises and syllables strung together with spaces in between. Just don't let the words or perception or something ruin your experience in life. Like, and this is, I don't know, I hate getting all political and shit on stage, but I've been trying to write in because, like, I really just don't give a fuck about none of this shit going on in the world, man. Like, I do in the sense that I don't wish it was happening. I don't wish anyone's like civilians getting raped, murdered, whatever. Like I don't. But I also know that if I cared with every ounce of my soul, I wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, and if I'm focusing on this one atrocity here, there's fucking 15 others happening in other places all around the world. So it's like, it's just hard. And that's the thing, like history is, we're fucked up people, man. Like we have to accept it, Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's always been like this. Like obviously you don't wish it to happen.
Nah.
I think now more than ever we just suffer from the fact that we know everything now.
Yeah.
Like there's so much. Like you've never had more access to information than you do now. So like it's just
but then
you almost get overwhelmed
with the AI shit too. It's like what can you trust half this fucking shit? Like
no,
it's
100%.
wild. They could. That's I don't know. Like that's why I don't get too invested in it. And it's I'm trying to do a joke about now how it sort of reminds me of like you got that couple that have been together forever and they hate each other's guts and they they come out once in a blue moon and every time they do they fight like fuck and like they'll both sort of corner you by yourself during the night and be like, yeah, I'm fucking over this kind of, and like you sort of believe them too. Sometimes you're like, maybe these cunts are gonna split up finally, and then like you realize like them cunts have been together through like 6 of my fucking they're not splitting up.
No.
And then like that's how I feel about all this shit. Like it's like these cunts are gonna keep fighting. Like I try to stop it, it's not gonna fucking help. I hope there's a ceasefire and shit, but the same time, if the fuckheads just blow each other up too, like fucking, that's on them too, you know, like fuck. Yeah, it's hard. Like, what can you do?
No, exactly.
What can you do?
We can just tell jokes about
Yeah,
it.
that's it. Yeah, just lighten the mood. Yeah,
That's
like
it.
the lads that get fully like it's what the protests that get like violent and shit is crazy. They're trying to end violence in a country that they don't live in, like
With violence.
with violence, like with conflict, like stop the conflict overseas, let's start some here. It's like, that's so counterintuitive to me, cunt. I'm like, what the fuck, cunt?
It's mad, like with all that is going on in the world, that then someone will sit down at a comedy show and go, oh, well, he said a bad word.
Well,
so need to focus in on that.
Yeah, or like, he's not on the side that I'm on. That's the craziest fucking one that people get offended about.
I swear, I don't know when this happened, but I swear it just doesn't, like, people aren't open to people having other opinions.
Nah, yeah.
Like, if you don't agree with me, you're a bad person. It's like, where has this come from?
Yeah, I know. Because it's like, that's the thing, is like, that's why I don't get too invested in fucking nothing. Because I know if I sat down with some cunt that was like fully supported and had like was 100% in on one side, and he fucking had the best argument, told me, you know, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. And then I know for a fact I could go to a cunt that's on the other side and have him do the exact same thing. So it's like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't get too invested, man. Fuck it, you know. Like, it's gonna happen. So
no. And that's one thing. I've never gotten overly, like, I've never gotten overly political on stage. I don't think. Like, the only one that sounds like I do is a joke I have where I have this huge setup about domestic violence.
Yeah.
And it, like, the whole bit is that, like, women shouldn't date men, like, because it's too dangerous. Like, I don't understand why straight women still exist. And like, I'm able to save it, but it does create a lot of tension in the room at the time. And I've had like comics come up to me and be like, "Hey, you can't say that."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm literally saying you shouldn't.
Yeah.
To stay safe.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
I just say the word.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh well, no. That word means this."
Yeah, it's wild, though. That's the thing, is like, yeah, it's fucking hard. You can't please everyone. That's what I found, you know. So, and that's it. Like, we have to say the quiet shit, like, out loud.
Well, what's that Ep3 quote? He's like, you know, like, like in comedy, not everyone should be laughing.
Yeah,
it's like you should have 50 people laughing and 50 people horrified.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you know, they're like, because that's when you're saying you started off doing like more of the shock value. I feel like I understand that, because it's like, the shock is a visceral reaction, and like visceral reaction is what you want in comedy. Like, you want someone either hysterically laughing, or you want them like just holy fuck, like, you know. So getting that is like, and there's some like, do you play music? Are you a musician?
Not at all.
Nah, but you sing. Do you sing pretty good? Are you decent singer?
No, I'm a terrible singer.
True. But you run a karaoke thing.
Yeah,
that's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah, it's.
What's your go-to karaoke song though?
Well, I don't really ever get up myself to do it. I only do it if someone else isn't confident enough to do it.
Yeah, true. So you just jam up.
Yeah, so just whatever song they want to do. I've seemed to have done The Gambler a lot recently.
Yeah, bro. Oh, that's crazy.
A banger.
Yeah, that was my dad's funeral song. I picked that one for him because he was fucking... I never heard him listen to music, man, but he used to have the TAB station on flat, man. Like, yeah, it was wild, man. I remember sitting out in front of the TAB for like hours. Like, it was so... I don't gamble at all, bro. Yeah. I don't gamble at all because of him. But he, like, it wasn't bad neither, but he just frothed it. And I remember being like proper broke, and like he'd come home with like big mob of fish and chips and shit, and all happy, and fucking he'd had to win, and I'd be happy too. But then, like, thinking about it later, I was like, fuck, he was still betting. We were broke, man. Like, we're eating 2-minute noodles for dinner and shit. But yeah, everyone's got their vice, you know. But yeah, gambling. But The Gambler is a fucking banger, bro. I love that shit. Everyone gets that. You play that anywhere, man.
Everyone gets involved. Yeah, it's one of those songs.
And old Kenny Rogers.
It's one of those songs that everyone loves, but it's also not one that's like overplayed.
Yeah,
you
true.
know, like you got something like Mr. Brightside.
Yeah,
everyone knows, but like
Mr. Brightside.
It's everywhere, and like it's sort of
Bohemian Rhapsodies, and is that another one that gets hectic?
Yeah, it does a fair bit, but the gambler hits every time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, bro. Soul, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's what I love about music is when you feel the soul. Like, when I was learning blues, I remember when I was young trying to figure it out, like, because I could play other shit, but I couldn't really get blues, and I was just like, fucking, and it was doing my head in, and I finally, like, cracked it, but it was when I stopped trying, and I just started feeling.
Yeah,
and that was, like, there's a big realization with, like, there's something else in music, and that's what I feel like. There's a lot of it in comedy too. Like it's crazy comedy because it's sort of like the crowd is your instrument.
Yeah.
You know, you're sort of like playing them. Like you're sort of, conducting them and and then so because even with yourself, like you'll hit a wrong note every now and then. Oh fuck, you got to fix that up, or like can't do too many of them. Like
But that's why I don't plan set lists before I go on stage.
Yeah, true.
I won't I have my two openers. Like two opening jokes
and
I
a
have my
finisher.
closing jokes.
Yeah, that's
everything
perfect,
in between.
bro.
I just
that's mad.
I know all my material.
Yeah,
I know what jokes work together, so I just go up there and I just.
That's mad. I started doing that actually, but I never did for ages. I had it all set out. Then I'd write it out before, like not the whole thing, but just the basic joke, Because most of my jokes are just like, you can put them down to a phrase, because that's sort of how they start. Like I'll just say something I think's fucking stupid and funny, and then I'll be like, hey, there's something, like try to develop into a joke.
Yeah. I get a good reminder every time I'm doing new stuff because it's the only time I'll ever write on my hand.
Yeah.
So when I write it out on my hand, I look at it and go, oh, I'm a bad person.
Just like, yeah, you just go like, oh fuck it, like the dot points.
Yeah,
fuck.
I think the show I did recently, the dot points were kids piercings, trans people in China.
Yeah.
Santa equals SIDS, and then Joseph Fritzl.
Yeah.
And those are my 4 dot points, and I was oh, out of context, that's horrific.
Yeah. Has anyone ever caught anyone staring at your hand the next day when you get a coffee or something? Like
no. I think that fuels that panic fuels me to clean it off that night. I'm always like, I can't be seen anywhere else with this.
Okay, you should take a photo of a real fuck one. Just keep it for keep it for one day. Oh, that's gold.
I every time I do it, I send a photo to my mum just to upset her.
Yeah,
because she really likes that I do comedy, but then I tell her some of the stuff I talk about. She's like, Jacob.
Yeah, babe. My sister's the same. Like, it's funny. My sister, when I tell her a fucked up joke, and she'll be like, oh my god, I hate it, but it's funny. It's good. It's good. I hate it. I hate everything about it, but it's
My old boy has started getting like that. Like I completely credit my dad for the reason that I'm funny.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm the same. My dad.
He was a truck driver, so every school holidays I'd just sit in the truck with him and we'd just see who can make the other person laugh more. And so I've come up with most of my bits even now while I'm driving.
Yeah, man.
I think because of that connection and just being like, but even now some of the stuff I send him, I'm like, dude. He's like, can you even say that? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get away with it.
It's written on truck stops fucking everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's written, that sort of shit's written everywhere. Nah, it's mad though. Fucking, that's cool. Yeah, trucky dad. My dad was a brickie. So I was like, fuck, same sort of mongrel. Yeah, he was from Garbutt Townsville. You're from Gympie. Was he from Gympie too?
Yeah, he was. Born and bred.
Your dad got the same haircut?
Used to.
Yeah, of course.
What he used to do.
Yeah.
When he was when I was younger, when I was in high school, what he used to do is he used to cut his own hair in the truck, but because he couldn't see the back square of his head, he just wouldn't cut it.
Yeah.
But he'd shave the rest of this like a number 1 all over, and then just leave this long. So it was the best and worst mullet you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's gold. Just a big skullet, fucking
I used to think it was sick.
Fucking oath, man.
It was always funny when he pulled up to school on a Friday after to pick us up. It was just like...
Oh, I love that shit. Yeah, so Gympie's it's more west, but I don't know. You ever been North Queensland?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, I love North Queensland.
I haven't spent a huge amount of time up there, but
yeah, I feel like the North is, and even the outskirts in Queensland, and that's what I explained to Americans is like the way we're colonized. We started down Sydney, which further away from the equator, started moving up towards the fucking tropics and shit. Sort of like how they done New York and moved down into Florida. Like we're up in Florida, we're like bit Texas, bit Florida, you know, like.
Yeah.
And North Queensland's proper, like fucking, that's hillbilly country, but I love it. Like that's my people, man.
100%.
Like, yeah, I had the best life living up north. Like, yeah, because I was born there, but we moved down here, and I grew up like in Wynnum, like in housing commission in Wynnum as a kid, and then like I left home at 14 and just went all over. I lived in Mount Isa for ages. It's cool because I went up there with these cunts selling buds, and it's cool because Richo knows all these cunts and like knows how, because it's a crazy, the scene up there in 2004, like fucking way back, they were like selling ounces of weed for like 500 an ounce. Like the weed dealers up there were like cocaine dealers, man. They were just fucking loaded, like balling, and like used to do runs from Adelaide, because this is another thing a lot of people wouldn't know, and it sort of seems even crazy to say, but it's true. It's quicker to drive from Adelaide to Mount Isa than it is to drive from Brisbane to Mount Isa.
Yeah, right.
It's like one big straight road, where there's no towns and shit. So it's like fucking
just hammer down the
whole way. It's like 18-hour drive, or fucking 12 or 14 if you're fucking cooking.
On how excited you are.
But and then I end up eventually moving back up north. But I loved that's home, bro. Like I was born in Innisfail Hospital, and even as a kid growing up in Wynnum, like I just fucking missed it, man. Like it wasn't, the city wasn't my place, bro. And especially living in housing commission and fucking just, it was just rugged. But we were alright, like it was cool. Like we still, my old boy was he was a funny cunt too, bro. Like I got a lot of good humor from him. I feel like, you need that dad, like a funny dad to be, and you need did he roast you, your dad? Like, was he always roasting you? That's it. You need to be roasted as a child,
I'm not scared of any audience or head.
Nah.
Because none of them be as quick-witted as he was. He once convinced me, I think I was like 11. He once convinced me because he had this big blue fucking disc in his truck. That was sitting on the dash. And I was like, what's that? And he convinced me it was this fucking lolly. That he was like, it's just this like slow lick thing. He's like, I lick the top there, so lick the bottom. So it's like over the course of hours, he sold this to me. So he didn't seem overzealous to get me to do it, but he was just like, oh yeah, give it a try. Eventually I did, and I don't even remember what time it was of night, but I was like, all right, I'll try it. As soon as I lick it, he goes, you're fucking disgusting. That's a urinal cake, you fucking weirdo. It was like a fresh one that he'd bought because they're like odor reducing in the truck. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, he would have loved that. So my dad was the same, man.
He still tells the story now.
That's gold. He got me with telling me that the chilies were bush lollies.
Oh,
you see this? That's bush lollies there. And I fucking ran up, smacked them, because they had them like ornamental ones too. And I was on fire, cunt. I was so hot. I was like, fuck. He used to just do horrid shit. Like, I used to, like, when we lived, like, we had this big driveway, and fucking I used to be scared of the dark, and I used to fucking grab the bins and run with them out there, because I was like just trying to get back in quick. And he caught on it, and he, like, one time I went out to run with him. I started running, and he tied him to the tree. He can't have fallen over, and he's just pissing himself, man. Like, this is like, he used to love tormenting us. But like I'd whinge about as a kid, like sort of like, fuck you, Dad. You get angry, but like. But yeah, I love that shit. Even like getting flogged, like I don't regret getting flogged, cunt. It was fucking, and I probably deserved a lot of them too, It wasn't that fucking bad.
That's always the thing, is that like they talk, like, I look back at it, like, Dad and I took the piss out of each other constantly.
Yeah.
And like, obviously he was older and like more experienced, so he was a lot better at it than
Yeah.
I'd usually start it and he'd usually finish it. But I look back now and I don't go, like he was so hard on me. It's that was sick.
I know.
Because that's what I do with my friends now.
Yeah, like, fucking oath. Yeah, bro.
We just take the piss out of each other.
It's
just
man.
Good fun.
Oh, bro. I get the apprentices at work. Oh yeah. I love breaking them. I'll find, like, I'll pick at them, and then I'll find some that hurts, and then I'll just fucking, I got this lad yesterday. I stirred him up. I fucking just grabbed him by the titties, and I'm like, oh, fuck, you got some nice tits there, bro. I'm not even kidding. Into him, and he's a, like, Samoan dude. He's a good dude too, hard worker. But I was just roasting that kind. I'm like, wait, all serious, and bro, like, fuck, man, like I've never felt a man's tits that made me feel that way. I mean, I'm like, bro, yeah, and he's and then I started calling him Milky Man boobs, and then every cunt started calling Milky, and you could tell this cunt's like, oh, fuck you, Jake, like this is gonna stick, cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucked.
Well, that's the thing is I always look at it. It's like if someone feels comfortable enough to take the piss out of me, I'm like, that's a good sign.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's,
I only do it to the cunts I like.
yeah, I'd never take the piss out of someone that I genuinely didn't like.
And it's also like if you're not going to take the piss out of someone that you know's a bit fucking like vulnerable and like is going to carry. So you take the piss out of the cunts that you think are fucking staunch. You're like, yeah, this cunt can cop a bit of shit, well, you know, because I love it. I love fucking.
I love finding that, like, when you meet someone new or like make a new friend, it's like, it's just finding that line of being like, how far can I go with you?
Well, that's how I feel like I get them young, like the apprentices. Like, I feel like I find their breaking point, but it's for them too. Like, they need to know, like, you don't got to feel fucking nothing, cunt. You just got to do your fucking job. Yeah, I mean, to them cunts. I keep them on their toes too, and it's funny. Had one of them that I'm always in him, and he's good too. He's a hard worker, but we work with the landscapers. They sort of subbed us out.
Yep.
And all their apprentices are fucking just hopeless little fairy cunts and shit. And I was like, went up to him, I said, see, cunt, if I was fucking easy on you, you'd turn out like one of these fuckheads, bro. So you should thank me, cunt. Yeah. Like, you know, he's like, yeah, bro, like, it's good I got him with a mad roast the other day, I said. Because his old boy, he works there too, and he was pretty well raised by his old boy. And I said, I bet you fucking your dad used to think you wearing your undies backwards, cunt, because all the skid marks on the front and jizz stains on the back, cunt. It was good. It just,
that's fucking great.
Oh, because he said something cheeky to me first, like, and I fucking, yeah.
That's the best when you get a little snip from someone new and you're like, oh,
yeah,
cool,
especially the youngins. I'm like, oh, you're gonna regret this. I love it.
We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. But it's good. Like I can't remember. I remember he got me with something gold one time, man. Like, and it was fucking. I was like, I'll pay that. Like, that was good, cunt. Like. Yeah, I can't even remember what it was. I wish I did, because it was a proud moment, you know, like, fuck yeah, that was a good one, cunt. I got nothing.
Yeah, that's always the best, is when you've done so well, you're just like, you got it.
Yeah, fucking good old roasting, bro.
Yeah, good. Well, I did one of the roast battles with bloody Johnny.
Yeah, you and Mitch, eh? Yeah, I still wanted to go to that, cunt.
Yeah, Mitch filmed it, but then his phone died, like, just completely dead. So then we don't have the video of it.
That sucks.
And I think he did that on purpose because I won.
Yeah. Fucking. He's still cleaning the burn marks off the cunt. Yeah,
it was a weird experience because, like I said, like, I'm always taking the piss out of something like that, but like actually sitting down and going, right, this is a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
What's the worst shit I can say about him to make strangers laugh at him?
Yeah.
It almost felt a bit off as, like, writing about it. I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Like, off the cuff, it's just having fun, but, like, to be actually planning it, and I may do another one in the future.
I love doing Richo. Did you watch Richo, my one, the clip I put up of it? I put up a long. It goes forever, but it just is all the jokes. But that was fun, man. And I wrote half of his for him because I knew he wouldn't want to get too brutal. So I was like, "Cunt, I got some jokes for you."
Yeah. Well, that was sort of the thing. Like the day before the roast with Mitch, I was like, we had to have 7 jokes ready. And so Mitch asked me how many jokes I had. I was like, I've got like 8, 9. I'm going to trim a couple down. And he was like, yeah, I'm picking between, I think, around 30. And I was like, oh, shit.
Fuck.
But, it's funny. It's funny the attitudes that people have to sort of taking the piss. Like do you know Shaymark?
Yeah.
He said to me, after he did a roast with someone, I can't remember who, he was like, "Oh, that was disappointing. You didn't call me a monkey or a gorilla,
Yeah.
nothing." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you want someone to go hard."
Yeah.
Because he asked me to do one with him, and I was like, "I'd like to work in this town again."
Yeah.
Just don't think I can help myself.
Yeah. I'd do Shay Mark. I do
Yeah.
like roasting. I like writing roast jokes, man.
Yeah, okay.
It's because I like to do it, and I don't know, the best joke, right, like roast jokes I have done, have I found that work the best. They're sort of like, I like to make people think I'm gonna go hard and then not, like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Richo with a real good one. I said Richo has a fully autistic kid for a son, and I said, and then Richo's son has a fully autistic kid for a dad too. Like, yeah, and his missus is in the crowd and shit too. She goes, I was like, yeah, God, you like this one. Like, it makes you think of
such good fun.
Yeah, and oh man, it was fun.
I do a lot of the opposite, like with a lot of like my stand up in general. Is I like doing really like almost family friendly setups.
Yeah, and then taking it.
And then just the punchline is just the worst thing you could think of. Yeah, because it's like that. It's like that joke. I'm trying it at the moment. It's about. I go, look. I've gotten to an age now where a lot of my friends are having kids, and it sort of makes me think about something that, like, it's weird that there are certain things that we still do as parents in this day and age. You know, like piercing toddlers' ears. I've never understood. No. You know, like it serves no purpose outside of like aesthetics. Like, they don't know what's going on, and it just causes so much unnecessary pain when they snag on my pubes.
That's good.
It's just stuff like that.
Where that's good.
You're sort of almost making a good point that people can buy into. Yeah. And go, oh yeah, no, I do get that, and then you just
that is good. That's good. Yeah. See that? Yeah. That's. Oh, that's a good fucked one. That's fucked up. Oh man, yeah. You gotta pay it where it's due. It's good. Like, I think that's the thing with that's with making light of the fucked up things is what makes people deal with them too. Like, you know, because that's, if we all want to be victims of our traumas and our past circumstances and and our sexual assaults and shit, you know, like, you could be but you could be a victim, cunt. You could have your hair dyed blue. You could be going around fucking protesting and carrying on.
I might get booked a bit more.
Yeah, you might. You'll be straight to Melbourne Comedy Festival, cunt. Yeah. But you know, like, but that's it. Like, you're not like, that's you use, you know, a traumatic experience that's fucked, and you make light of it, and you're like, you know, well, fuck, cunt. Yeah.
It just seems like a better way to get through life.
Yeah, fucking oath. You either get bitter or you get better.
Yeah.
You know, you choose, you know, like, yeah, why not laugh instead of cry? You know, like, fucking, yeah, like.
Yeah, because being upset about something or being hurt by something sucks.
Yeah.
So, like, laughing at it.
Yeah,
is so much more therapeutic for me, at least. Like, I just...
Yeah, man. I feel like people get hooked on the whole victim thing where they feel like, you know, I don't know, it's sad, because there's something I've realised with myself. Like, I remember when my, you know, parents died and all the shit I've gone through, like, the last fucking 6 years. Like, I go through these little like periods where I'm just so miserable, man. And it's like, you know, you can't help but feel misery. And then, like, you know, like, yeah, you end up just digging that wound more and more and more. And it's like, you know, just to feel like, it's almost like you feel like if you didn't feel sad about it, it wasn't, but at the end of the day, like, that's just fucking, you don't want to be that person that's just bringing misery to, like, it's okay to heal through shit in necessary ways, but, like, you know, like, not healing, being a victim is not healing. Like, if you have to fucking dust yourself off to heal. So, you know, 100%. And if it's, you know, like, life's unfair, man. Like, you know, shit's bad. Like, fucking, and it's gonna be worse too. There's gonna be shit going on, and it's been fucking worse. Like, can't say that.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, something bad is gonna happen to every person in their life at some point.
Yeah,
it's just whether you dwell on it or not.
Yeah,
you know, and like obviously, you know, there's stuff that happens that does knock you about, and you are gonna be, like you said, you know, you're gonna be stuck in that feeling. But, you know, I also feel like being able to, laugh at the good times, like
fucking
like
oath.
is what sort of will get you through it.
Yeah, fucking oath. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, be the kind of people look are inspired to look to when they're struggling, being like, hey, he fucking made it through. He done something instead of fucking cried and fucking hung himself and fucking, look for pity and look for fucking sympathy and all this shit. Like, yeah, it's wild. Like, fucking. And it's another thing is like, I feel that perspective is a thing too. Like, I know, like, if, and like, I've been through some shit, but I also, like, it's nuts. Like, I remember when I was going to shit and I was struggling, I have this really lovely friend. She's a beautiful girl. And she's been in a wheelchair since she was 9. And like, I remember like, she reached out and was like comforting me through my shit. And I was just like, what the fuck am I whinging? Like this girl, she's such a lovely, like, beacon of light. And of course she struggles, man, but it's like, like, yeah, you just gotta you just gotta get through.
And you gotta keep plugging along.
Yeah, man. And I don't know if you do. I believe in God in my own way, though. Like, I used to be really into church and shit, but I've fell out of love with the whole institution of it and that. But
I had a similar experience. I was a preacher at my church when I was 19. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good thing thinking about. Yeah, that's good stage practice, man. I can see that.
There's a video somewhere on
you got the Righteous Gemstones vibes, isn't it?
Yeah,
bro.
Praise be. Yeah, there's a video of that somewhere online too. I'm pretty sure that I'm like, I'd love to find that one day.
Fucking
no. So I myself have fully, fallen out of love with the church.
Yeah, babe. I think when you get involved in it, like, you start seeing how fucked it is. You're like, these cunts aren't real. Like, they don't, they're just fake, man. They're not trying to be good. They're just trying to look good,
Yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when I was 19, was one Sunday service the church I was at turned away a homeless guy. Because he smelled. And, it was making other people in the church uncomfortable. And I was like, this is who your entire book says is the first to help.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's so funny. But that's the thing. Like, they get so into themselves and they've taken all them, like, my ex-wife's family, like her mother was a church deacon. But I was like right in the church before I met my wife. I was like going to Hillsongs. I was playing music with them and doing like, it was cool. Like, I really did like the whole, like, the community. Like, I love the music. I think it was pretty well just the music.
Yeah.
But like, but it's wild how fake all that shit is. And like, I really love like religious history and that. And one of my favorite figures is Martin Luther. Like, because he took the church head on. Like, back when it was way worse. Like, when they were like popes were fucking raping kids, like, and they said, well, I'm allowed to do this because I'm a fucking, they're probably still raping kids, but like, I think it was more fucking,
ordained by God.
They were just, and they're just brutal, horrible, entitled fuckwits. And Martin Luther's like, hey, I don't know, but I don't think this is what Jesus was like, I don't think this is what he would have wanted, cunt, all these motherfuckers hoarding all the shit. Yeah, nah, it's fucking, but I don't know, I feel like the history of religion, I do love all history, but like, history of religion's so fascinating to me, man. I know, because it's grown so much, and it's crazy that there's so many cunts that are against it. Like, eventually every cunt is going to branch off into a different sect of this and a different, like, so it's
yeah, well, it is. It's just interesting. Like, you look at all the different branches there are now, and it's just going to keep going. As like, because at the end of the day, as human beings, like, we have somewhat of a need or an entitlement to being right. And so once you believe something with with your whole core, you're like, well,
and if something goes against that, even as minor as it is, like, it's fucking that's what's so crazy about how religion gets divisive. That's what I like, one thing that always fascinated me, and like the whole story of Jesus, like, it is fucking amazing. Like, that lad went he was under Roman rule, and whatever happened, you know, I don't know, miracles, whatever, who knows what really happened, but he did do something that did unite so many people for such a long time. Like, or not, there was still, you know, there's still all sorts of shit, but like to pretty well fucking turn Roman Christian in like 200 years is fucking insanity.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at it and you go, like, outside of like great like leaders and everything, like, who do we remember? From back then, like as heavily was like.
Yeah, but that like, there's still, it's crazy because like what I do love about like I love a good conqueror, cunt, you know, like Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar, and then I love all that history of how all that shit happened, man. Like fucking, because it's wild. Like Rome was nuts too, man. I love reading old. I've got meditations, and I love reading old Cicero fucking texts because he's amazing, man. Like his stuff is still relevant to today. Like he was just incredible, and all that shit is where it all just comes back to just a bunch of fucking letters strung together, spaces. Like it's just words, man. But it's amazing how some people can get a grasp of language so well to really like encapture that period of time, you know, and fucking that's why I've always been fascinated with that, and that's what really got me keen to do this sort of shit, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's like eventually we'll be, you know, capturing a bit of fucking history, you know.
That's it, and it's sort of it's funny looking back at like you said, like it's a lot of it's still relevant today, and it's like if you look at any point in history, a lot of the issues they were dealing with are similar to what we do now. Like we really are, like human beings are human beings.
Yeah, that's
it. Like we've just got shinier toys now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it's all perspective. That's it. Like, you know, our struggles today, you know, they are struggles to us, but like cunts would have been fucking frothing for this life, you know, like a few 100 years. And just, it's crazy the development of people. But one thing that I do feel, and this whole Cunny Funds thing, like I sort of went a bit crazy with it, like, and I'm just going hard. But I feel like I really want to try and make comedy in Brisbane, like, because, man, there's so many people, and even like down the coast everywhere, like I want to make this like I want more people to experience live comedy. I feel like it's something that not everyone has done, and I want to make it like, that's what the whole like doing this at the Caxton, like I get a lot of people, you know, other clubs on the same street, sort of like people carrying on about that, but it's like I'd love to make that street like, you know, 6th Street in Austin, where it's like, you know, where comedy, everyone go to a show, every comedian can perform on a couple of things and just walk down the road to another one.
That's it. And I think the other side of it too is that like there's a bunch of people who would go to the Caxton that wouldn't go to the clubs because it's just comedy's not their thing, but then you know, they see your show at the Caxton, they go in the experience and go, oh shit, this is actually awesome, and it can create a bigger community, because it's one of the things that I look at is just that like comedy's just really not a part of the culture here.
Not at all.
Like in other places, you know, and like
it's
I think that's part of the reason why open mics are a little tougher here, is because stand-up's not a part of the culture, part of the vernacular the way it is in the States, the way it is in England. I think a lot of people, when you have an open mic in, say, a pub or something, they take everything you say as if you've just sat down at their table and said it to them. And so it does create that little extra tension. But I think, like, you know, I think it is important to, have as many people.
Yeah, fucking
like you said, the more people you can get into seeing live comedy, there's very few people who will watch a stand-up comedy show and go,
that was
laughter
shit.
And joy.
That was horrible. Like no one walks away from it. Even sort of like fucking pizza, you know, like even a bad pizza is still a pizza, bro. The frozen, the 1 day old one, it's a bit dodgy, but it's still a pizza. You know?
Exactly.
Still gonna eat that, can't enjoy it. Like that's what comedy show. Like no one walks away with pure hatred. Like, well, unless you're miserable yourself or looking for misery. But it's like, I don't know. I feel that the whole like the open mic scene is crazy, but I don't know. I got this idea that it's like fucking so a lot of people with the Kill Tony thing too. Like that's sort of how I got into comedy. Like got into the real comedy, like the you know, the open mic and the, you know, the raw instead of just the big specials, you know, like that's what really opened me up to it. And I feel like a lot of people like that. Like I had these mates of mine at the tradies gig, and they come up, it's like, man, I watched that fucking Kill Tony thing on Netflix, and this was way better than that, bro. And I was like, it was so sick to hear, but it like made a lot of sense too. It's like that would have been what they think comedy is, like but that's their introduction to it. So it's,
and I think anyone who hasn't been to a live comedy show assumes there's just the same as watching it on Netflix. It's like, oh, why would I go to a show when? But like, there is nothing that compares to live
I love
comedy.
it.
And I do think that like the open mic scene especially is so important to keeping the scene going. Like when I started like chasing after it properly in like end of 2023, I think there was 10 weekly open mics on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
There's 2 now. And both are the same night at the same time.
Yeah, true.
And so
that's fucked.
There's just not that.
Yeah.
And like obviously, you know, like you can only put the shows on if you have the clientele every week. But like that's why I'm speaking to the guy that I do karaoke through. I want to start another open mic like on another night of the week.
Yeah.
You know, just because, you know, if you're living on the Goldie and you want to like give it a crack, there's one night a week that you can. You know, and so
fucking, I'll be keen to jump in on that too if you can, eh? Like fucking do a Cunny Fun gig down there. I got all the gear and shit now.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be keen. It's just because I think it is important. Like I do the Henchman on a Thursday, but I do that at 7 o'clock so that people can do both. They can go across to Ep3 at 8.
Yeah, that's
just
mad.
Because you know, and like,
are you getting crowds that are like decent?
Yeah. That's so we've done 4 so far. So we had around 70.
Yeah, you were saying that actually. That's mad. Yeah, and
I think I think we had around 40.
That's
our most recent one.
That's good.
And like I got lucky with the venue definitely because they like they market it and they do have a real like cult following of people that go there because it's such a cool venue.
Yeah, and, that's what's mad with the Caxton too.
Is you already have that established.
Yeah, that helps. The venue is the hardest part. I feel like finding a good one.
Yeah, I have also got really lucky with the headliners we've had so far. Like we had Angus Gordon as our first headliner.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And then we had Andrew Roper, Nick Sun, and then Shane Hunter just did it last month, and Dusty's coming down this month.
Oh, so. Fucking perfect! Yeah,
so it's going great.
Killers, that's so good. I love it. Yeah, them lads are all the best too. Like they're so good. Like they, you know, I know that there would be times where they would be like, look at me and know that I don't have the experience and I'm fucking trying too hard sometimes at the wrong things or whatever but like they're such good people, like they know I'm enthusiastic about it and they always come with good advice and just like wholesome and like no ego. Like there's Shane Hunter's fucking fast. I want to get him on here, bro.
He's such an interesting person.
He's fucking
such a talented comic as well.
Like,
I got really lucky with Dusty because when I was about 6 months in, Dusty started running a month-to-month show.
Is that circus one?
No, it was I was too late for that one. It was Mo's Desert Clubhouse. It was his New World Disorder show. He only did it for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, but
it was once a month, and he had me open for him each one.
That's mad.
And
he's so cool.
Yeah, he gave a couple of like 10-minute sets to people, but like he had me back every month, and we used to just sit afterwards and just chat comedy.
Yeah, man.
He'd listen to my bits and go, "Oh, this has changed since last month. I like this, that," and he does also claim complete credit for my career. Because,
does he?
Yeah.
Does he really?
No, not really. But it's a running joke we have where when I was doing it like once every 6 months.
He's so good.
He's so funny. It was back when he was emceeing the Arc at Nobby's every Wednesday down on the Goldie, and I had my first based gig there, and I went up and I died for 10 minutes straight. Just didn't get a chuckle out of him. And as I went to get off stage, he grabbed me because he was MC. Took me back up on stage and just
roast. Yeah.
Don't know. He remembered every single one of my bits and roasted me in order.
Yeah,
of the bits, and the crowd is just howling.
He's amazing. He is.
I got off stage, and at the time I was like, "Oh, damn, Dusty must think I'm horrible." Like,
yeah, nah.
And he came off stage and was like, "That was so much fun."
Yeah.
You know? He gave me some good tips that night. And then I reminded him of the story, when I was doing comedy properly.
Yeah.
And reminded him of he was MC of some gig. I can't remember what it was. And he was like, "Oh, well, you're still doing it." And then he went on stage and he went, "Yeah, so I've just found out that I'm the whole reason this guy is still good."
Yeah.
Introduced me that way, and we had a good laugh. He's such a legend.
You know, one thing about Dusty that I've realised with him, like, he has no ego at all.
No.
There's no ego at all. There's not a drop of ego. Like, and that's what makes him so refreshing. Because, like, he has his things, like, and he's just, he's just so straightforward and, like, he's so good because he's fucking, like, and even, like, you'll tell him, like, you're just a legend. He'll be like, no, I'm not. Like, you know, like, what? Like, I'm just a cunt, you know, that does this. Like, and, oh, man, the conversations, like, I drove out to his place to look at, like, some concrete. And we had the maddest yarns, man. And even, like, he's like, fuck, I got to do all this shit, man. Sorry, bro. And we walked out the front and we ended up talking for, like, another fucking hour and a half out the front. Yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck, bro. I'm sorry. But it's like his mind is nuts, bro. Oh, nuts. He's a crazy genius, bro.
I think it'd be exhausting to live in, but it's also what makes him so brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. He, like, so I went to this psychic. She explained, like, how comedy is, like, how, like, she said, you got to sort of imagine it like water. Like, you know, you're trying to drown it. Like, your energy is like water. Imagine, like, there's some comedians that, like, they'll come out there, they're throwing buckets at the crowd. They're buckets. And then, but there's, like, some comedians or you can get to a point at comedy when you really, where you just walk out there and it just rises from the ground, man. Like, and that's Dusty. Dusty, like, the room's just filling. And, like, you know, like, sometimes it's buzz, and then other times it's a slow, and, like, some don't even realize, then, like, holy, this cunt's got the whole crowd.
Yeah.
They're roaring. They're crying. There's cunts up the back fucking falling off chairs. It's like, yeah, it's amazing. He's a master, man. I really, I'm so stoked to be doing it with cunts like Dusty and shit, and Shane Hunter and Nick's son. Like,
Nick's son was an absolute murderer.
Yeah, bro, coolest dude.
Yeah, he had me out for a gig in Mount Glorious a couple of weeks ago. That was really cool. It was me, Shane Hunter, Gemma Bailey, Jamison Gilders, and Lorna Chapman. And I got out there, and there wasn't a person there under 60. And I was like, that is the worst demographic for me. Yeah. They hate my stuff. But Nick was the MC and just got him so hot. And I had a great set. And he was like, no, I've been out here. I've been sort of prepping him for it.
Yeah, that's mad. Yeah. That's a good, because I've been loving doing it. Because on Wednesday MC, that's how I was feeling when we went there. It would have been mad. It's a different, and I do this thing, and when I do my sets, I'll take the mic out the stand, but every time I MC, I'll keep the mic in the stand. Like, it's sort of a separate thing, and it is like, but I love it. Like, it's less pressure. Like, you know, you're not required to tell jokes, but you know, you just have to be ready for ones when they're there, you know, and like, I love that. I love digging and finding, you know, and.
Well, I found that with the Henchmen. Like, I'm falling in love with MCing now. But, like, for a long time, it wasn't something that ever interested me.
Yeah.
But, like, just the last couple of months with it, I think I stopped trying to be what I thought an MC should be.
Yeah.
And I was like, just like I'm fucking around with these guys.
Fucking
like, the most recent Henchman, I just had like this running joke with for the whole show between each act, where I'd get them hot.
Yeah.
Because it was that familiarity, and that was a lot of fun to sort of play on.
Yeah,
Because I'm not a huge crowd work guy. Like, I'm hey, what's your name? Where are you from?
Yeah,
that's just not me.
Yeah.
Because my jokes feel very harsh when they're directed at an individual.
Yeah, true. I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Like, but yeah, I just had this running joke of like, I couldn't find a topic that the whole crowd was into.
Yeah.
So I was getting a pocket here. So we made that
Yeah,
the topic of every time I was on stage, it was I'm gonna find a topic.
Yeah,
and
that's mad.
Of course I just brought up topics that I had jokes about.
Yeah, fuck
like
it.
it felt very like natural
Yeah.
and very like
Yeah,
organic.
fucking, that's mad. That's yeah, I like that shit. Like you develop things up there. Like, yeah, I do like the whole crowd work hosting thing for like, as I said, like yeah, it's a muscle. Like it's a muscle. Like when you and doing your sets are like they're muscles and that too, and like they grow and they change and shit. But it's like I don't know there's some like the yeah, it feels like the spontaneousness of like just having to and sometimes in the struggle you can find the best stuff. You know, when there's nothing, you're like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do here?" Can't you know? Out of fear, you find the funny. You know,
100%. I've been doing that recently, just with like written stuff. Like I've been going up on stage at open mics sometimes now with just concepts.
Yeah.
Like I haven't sat down and written anything. I've just gone, oh, that'd be a funny thing to write
That's
about.
cool, yeah.
And like that's where that joke I told earlier about the piercings, like that was just a topic I took on stage, being being like, why do we do that? Like
and then you found something fucked and that's funny though. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but that is true. Like that it is fucking crazy. Like you know, like and this is the thing, and that's why most kids get their like it's just like little dudeish looking babies, girls. Like, you know, that's all it is. Like the mother's like, I'm sick of cunts being like, he's such a cutie. It's like, it's a she. So, you know, fucking
and I think that's fun is because everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So that's the expected path.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's still a fuck thing. Like, you know,
like it's
you're shoving metal through a little baby that's not considered. Like, yeah, if that's the thing though, where we're saying like everything can be justified. You could have some cunts that go, right, that's cruel, child cruel, all these things. Like, you know, just fucking where do you draw the line?
And then I put all those worries to rest with something even worse.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, don't worry about them. Yeah, that's good. Oh fuck yeah! Nah, this has been good too, man. This has been
I've really enjoyed this. It's been
really good. Man. Nah, it's good conversation, and it's gonna be mad. You're gonna be on the next Tradies gig, which is gonna be fucking exciting. I'm keen for that, bro. I think they're gonna really like your dark stuff. Like they loved Mitch, man. They fucking frothed him. I had a mate at work, man. It was like he was crying, and because he'd understand, he's like, oh well. I was ready for my dark stuff. You know, he does that after saying all and like when he he said when he said that cunt, I was fucking bro. It was so funny. Like it's a good. I think the whole blue collar thing is fun because it's not real dark. It's not real, you know, but it's not easily offended. That's sort of like it's
and that's the balance. And it's also like that's not, I don't think, who you would usually expect to see in a comedy club.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
So it's a cool new audience as well. Like I'm really excited to try it out.
It was wild how well behaved they were. Like I was really expecting a lot more like fucking, you know, cunts chirping up and like there's a lot of that for me, which I love. I was just peppering cunts, but you know, but for the rest of the comedians, they were really good. China, man, I was so proud of China. She crushed, man. You know, China, you know, China Hayden from down the coast, redheaded girl.
No,
bro, you should get her on your gigs, man. She's hilarious, bro. She's really funny, and she doesn't do it as much. Like, she's awesome. I was so happy, and I feel like I knew she would have been nervous, and like a few because she's like doesn't do it that much. Like a few other people were like, oh, you know, are you sure China like should open? Like it might be a bit much. So, and I just knew that she would crush, like, because she was so enthusiastic when I offered it to her. I'm like, and I was so happy to have it there too. Like, I feel like having a female open everyone is going to be a good, like, it's a good starting point, and it's a good thing to have. Like, there's going to be a lot of little things that I want to be, you know, have this show that are unique to the show and make it, you know, make it a better experience. Because
definitely,
so many lads bring their misses and stuff too. You want a good, like, I feel like having that female energy break the seal is like,
and that's the thing is that, like, I think also like there are some insanely talented women in comedy.
Oh, right.
But I think the general consensus, like, I think, like, especially in sort of the blokier side of things, there's a lot of guys don't think women are funny.
Yeah, nah,
and
that's
so it's just cool, like, seeing those people go up there and just crush and be like there's so many
Bro.
undeniable.
I really enjoy he's like, man, one of my favorite Australian comedians is Kitty Flanagan, bro. I love Kitty Flanagan, bro. I'll watch her set. I still watch her stuff. Like, she's hilarious, man.
Yeah, well, I went to see Ali Wong last year.
Yeah, that would have been
a killer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm seeing Nikki Glaser in a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, true.
So keen on that.
Yeah, well, we when we were with Sam Talent, her manager was there, and yeah, fucking, they were asking us who should open for her, and yeah, nah, I wanted a female, but that's 2025, bro. You could be, make it work. But yeah, nah, looking for a female comedian. We dropped a few names, but I'm excited. I hope, it's gonna be good. Yeah, so hopefully we can fucking sneak in there too. So you're gonna go? Is that in Brisbane or down at Goldie?
Brizzy.
Yeah, nah. I might try and. How much were the tickets?
I believe they were 80.
That's all right. And is that the Powerhouse?
Entertainment Centre.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, it might be QPAC.
Yeah. I might try and get onto that too. I'd like to see. And that's the thing, man. Comedy, like, one big thing I know too, like, so there's lots of really good people in the scene, but there's still, like, so many miserable motherfuckers that, like, that just have hatred for anyone that's found any success.
Yeah.
And they're like, that cunt's a hack. He's a shit. And it's like...
there's so much... I get it's an individual thing, but I've said this to the guys that I started with. Like, I started with Mitch, with your Matt Urichiches, those are the guys. And, like, I looked at it, and it's like there was a lot of the older guys when you first start out who really aren't interested in interacting with you. And I get it, because, like, there's a lot of people who start and never go on. But one of the things I like about, like, the group that I started with is there's no competitiveness between us. Like, if one of us gets a spot, that's great. Like, that's a win. Like, like Mitch was in with Guilt Free way before I was. Like, he's the only reason I ever got a spot with you with those guys. And like, because he put my name forward. For dark comedy.
So that's it. Like, you support your mates and they support you. Like, it's
exactly.
That's what. But it's another. I don't understand why cunts get miserable.
No,
but I do. The resentment and the fucking entitlement, thinking, I should be,
I should be this, I should be that. It's like, if you were meant to be that, you'd be that.
And if you wanted it, you'd work as hard as the cunts that were getting it, like, that's what, the entitlement of people just thinking that they deserve crowds to like them and fucking...
Because at the end of the day, we've got the most obvious measure of where you're at.
100%. 100%. Yeah, that's it.
Like, if you are consistently getting more laughs than everyone else on the bill,
you're
going to progress.
Yeah.
And that's really as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Yeah, if you can... Yeah, like, there's certain skills, like, as comedy, like, and this is what I'm sort of discovering now that I'm trying to, like, make it more, like, financially, like, make money from it, and doing, trying to grow with it. Like, there's a lot of things that you have to take into account, like, to keep, you have, like, picking people, like, the right people for the right shows and that. But the whole competitive thing about like, I hate people that make comedy into a competition. It's not at all. Like, there's so many different styles of comedy that, like, I love the weirdest shit too, man. Like, fuck, I've laughed at the dumbest, stupidest fucking crazy shit that shouldn't even be comedy, but it's hilarious. I don't know.
That's the thing. It's such, like, it's subjective.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like, you look at someone like Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah.
But said the obvious thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But 100%. Said it in a way that was still funny.
Yeah.
Like, I could never get Norm's material to work for me.
Nah.
Saying it word for word, I just couldn't.
Nah.
And that's just but that's just how comedy is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I feel like the character behind it is something too. Like, and that's so when you're on stage, like, that's the thing with me, like, I'm just me on stage. Like, you feel like you're a little bit extra, like, you're telling lies, up there telling little lies about life and all these things to fucking make people laugh. But it's like, I feel if you're not authentic to who you are, like, the crowd not going to like you. They're not going to want to laugh with you, So that's a big essential part of it, So,
and that's something that I've learned, because like people talk about, like, not getting opportunities or anything like that. Like, you know, because of the style of comedy that I do.
Yeah.
There are still places that won't book me.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't put in that direction for any particular reason.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but like, and that's the thing is that like I completely understand that. Like I'm not bitter
Yeah.
about that. Like it's just shit. What was my point?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was but yeah, like it's just about honing your craft whichever way you want
Yeah.
to. You know, like
And
I
not
don't.
worrying about being booked by certain people,
No,
like not
exactly.
changing who you are to appease
That's it.
club
And
owners.
that's what
and
I was
stuff.
gonna say. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I like the style of comedy that I do. I feel like there's like you have some people who try and do the darker stuff,
Yeah. Fail.
but the
Yeah.
crowd can't buy in because you can see the
Yeah.
person as they're telling the punchline, they're almost pulling back themselves,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
like, "Oh, they're not gonna like this," and it's like if you're doing that and already acknowledging that you shouldn't, if you're acting like you shouldn't be saying it, they're more likely to be like, well, no, like you
Yeah.
can't. And I like I had to learn that the hard way, and like I feel like there's
Yeah. You have to commit.
yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
there's two main ways that you can balance it. It's either do it the Jessonic style, which
Yeah.
is like just
Deadpan.
have never broken character.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible person. These are all the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Or like I try and do it more as in like between jokes. I try and break it up by sort of like laughing at myself and
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
being like a bit like fuck, like
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
just letting the crowd know that I also know the stuff I'm saying is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I know it's wild, so you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to teach me a lesson by getting
Nah,
upset
that's it.
about
Yeah.
so you might as well
Yeah.
just play along.
Yeah. I'm not advocating for this stuff.
No.
I'm making jokes
Yeah.
about it because it's like, yeah,
'Cause
it's fucking funny.
It's crazy that anyone would say this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, fucking. That's yeah, man. Nah, it's good, man. It's good to see that the boundaries getting pushed out here too, man. It is like, and I don't know, man. I got this feeling, and I know in myself, like I'm not gonna like I want to own a club one day, and I want to really fucking do something with. I feel like everything that's happened in my life is like it's pushing me to just do something. You know, like I can't stay like idle. I got too much shit, you know. So if I'm not keeping busy and I'm just in this circumstance where like, you know, I can make things happen. So I'm just gonna have a crack, man. And I want to make a scene and I want to make it like, you know, and this will be good and fucking Carney Fun's comedy. I want to make, and that's it. Like if you're looking for stuff like finding a room or need any help with any of that shit or anything, man, you know,
I
like
really
fucking
appreciate that, man.
yeah, man, because I want to like I'm not doing this like I'm not a competitor, I'm a collaborator, bro. I'm here to like I want us all to grow. I want comedy to be big. I want every cunt to be fucking it to be a, you know, more common, bro. I want to be cunts, yeah.
Well, that's why when I got given the budget for the henchman, you know, like I pay the headliner, but I also in the first half I have 6 open mic guys.
Yeah.
That do 5 minutes each.
Yeah.
And the crowd favorite of that gets $100.
That's mad.
Because when they gave me the budget, I was like, would it not be cool to give back to those guys who almost never get paid to do this stuff?
Yeah, man.
To give them the opportunity to take because like the paid gigs I do now, I rarely get $100.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
like,
Nah, well, I pay everyone for the tradie gig, and I tell you, when I did it, like paying Mitch, like, was mad. He was so stoked, man. Like, he was just like, fuck yeah. Like, and then, same as China, and like, yeah, it's mad to, you know, be able to, you know, like, I don't give a fuck about money, man. I've made heaps of money, man. I've owned houses. I've fucking done things that, like, money, like, I've had the money to feel financially stable. I can get the money. I know people stress with money a lot, and I know I do too at times. Like I'm still a Jew in some ways, but I'm still a Jew, you know. Like I'm not so fucking wild with it, but still, like I don't. Yeah, I know that I can acquire it if I need to. I know I can fucking. Yeah, I've got the skills and the ability to hustle up fucking money if I need it. So I don't mind spending it on things I love, you know, and like supporting the scene and making it happen. And yeah, it's actually cool. Like this website's fucking taken off, bro. The cunnyfunds.com. I'm stoked with that. I built that myself too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I was gonna pay this cunt like, and he wanted like $700 US And I was like, fuck, that does. So I thought I'll just have a crack. And then I ended up getting right into it, man. And I only bought this computer, bro, like November last year. I've never owned a computer in my whole life, man.
Yeah.
Never. Like, I've fucking learned everything on the iPhone, which makes this like MacBook, like they're all the same shit, you know. That's why I couldn't do another computer.
No.
Mate's like, you got to get this one. It does all this. I'm like, I don't know that shit, bro. I tried. I had a Samsung phone one time for like 6 months when fucking a broken iPhone. I thought I'll just get one, and man, I was like, I had no idea, man. I'm like, this is. Yeah.
I think I've clicked over that recently where I'm like, oh, I'm old enough now that I think I'm just stuck with iPhone for life.
Yeah, bro. I am. They've got me, bro. It was the first thing that was close to a computer I ever owned. We never had like computers. So it's like having the iPhone and doing all the shit on that. Like that's where I've learned everything. I don't know how to do anything else. I'm the most dumbest. But it's actually cool that like when you actually, this is nuts because I've always been like that with a lot of other things. But technology has always put me off, man. Like every time I'll try to get like I got mates that are mad producers. Every time I've fucked around with all that stuff, like it just stresses me. Like something ridiculous will happen and be like, oh, that 4-hour thing you're working on just got wiped, and it's like, why and where is it? It's gone. That's just how it's like, what the fuck, cunt? Like what the fuck? Like that doesn't happen at work, cunt. Like you don't just build a thing and it's like where like no explanation.
All that concrete you just poured is actually just gone.
Yeah, it's just gone. You have to do it all again. Like what the fuck, cunt? Yeah. So the frustration, but I'm finding like, and shit's getting hit, man. Chat GTP is like, ask that cunt how to do, like he, you know, I say I built that website myself. Like, ask that cunt the whole way through. I'm like, how do I do this? How to do that? It is, and it's good fucking, you know, I feel like when you don't have experience in anything, if you're enthusiastic, like the people that are experienced, they're going to want to tell you, you know, so you have to have that enthusiasm and energy for everything you have. Like too many people, I feel, just get, you know, they want to do things, but they don't have that enthusiasm, don't have the energy to actually put the effort in. They just want to be there. And it's like, you have to know that like the grind is like sucking and shit being bad and putting up fucking podcasts that get like 2 or 3 views. Yeah. You have to suffer through that shit.
You have to push through. Everyone started there.
Yeah, fucking oath. And like, if you're not failing at something in life, you're not attempting enough. No, like that's what I feel like, you know, you gotta fucking push the limits and fucking.
Yeah, well, that's the measure of whether you care. You know, like everyone can do something that's going well.
That's a really good. That's a really good point. Yeah, because I feel like, because I remember when Richo, when he was going to Europe and everything fucked up for him, man. The passport, just nightmare through every situation of it. And like I remember telling him, I'm like, like you want to go? He's like, yeah, but I was like, well, I feel like that's it. Like if you want to go, you're gonna have to really fucking put the effort in to go. That's it. Like, it proves that you wanted it, you know. Yeah, so 100%. It's not all bad.
Yeah, everyone can be on stage when they're killing, but it's like to come back the night after a bomb.
Yeah, bro, that's it. Like, I've had a couple of bad gigs. I have had it, and I've like my first real bad bomb. Like I fully did it. I sabotaged myself to sort of because I was so terrified of what. Because I've always had like, you know, people laughed at some. Said I could get them with a certain jokes. Like I never had like a full on set where like the whole crowd was like, "Fuck this cunt," and I didn't like, but. I went out there and there was a few cunts that knew in the crowd too, but I was like, I'm just going to do all this like most fucking like just shit that I have no idea if it's going to work, shit that I feel is pretty fucked, but I'm just going to try it. And it was, and it just was horrendous. Like I fucked up the whole, like, cause there was no structure, you know, it was just like fucking, and I wasn't comfortable with any of that stuff, but I felt like it was important to feel that. But I still hate the feeling of bombing, and the fear of bombing's nuts, man. I've never had a real bad one. I don't know how I'll react, cunt. Like, I'm a tough cunt with a lot of things, man. But I feel like that's gonna hurt the soul, bro. Like if I have a whole crowd and like a decent side crowd just silent to your whole set and just being like, fucking get this cunt out of here, like. You know, I don't know how I will fucking deal.
I had that at the casino. In
in
Broady.
Oh yeah, bro. I've been to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I did this set where I was the first actor of the night, and the MC was like, "Right, some of these guys are going to try some darker sort of jokes. Are you guys okay with that?" And just silence.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not a good sign. And I was, this was during my stage where I was just going for the shock value.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
And I got about 5 minutes in and nothing. Hadn't got a laugh, hadn't got a chuckle. Everyone was like visibly put off.
Yeah.
And I went, guys, we're going to have to get on board or I might as well just leave now. And a lady in the back went, you should probably just go then. And a couple of people in the audience were like, yeah.
Oh.
So I finished my set anyway. I was like, no. Just continued on with my set, did not get better. And the MC literally, like, it was such a bad death to get them back on side. The MC had to go up and be like, I did warn you, some people are going to try some rough stuff. They're not all going to be like that. And when I heard that, I was like, oh. And he came off stage and he did apologize, but he was like, I'm sorry, but I had to. And I was like, the room is above an individual. But
did it make you a better comedian? Did it make you feel like it? Like,
I think that
you got to sink a ship before you can really sail one, sort of thing. Like,
I think that was sort of the turning point of the realization, being like, oh, I can't just go and say horrible things. I've got to make them funny enough to justify it.
Yeah,
and so I sort of work, like, people talk about there are certain things you can't talk about on stage. Like, I've never bought into that. Like, my thing has always been, it's just got to be funnier than it is fucked up. That's the only rule. It's got to be funny enough that you forget that it's horrible.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
And that's sort of how I try and work now. And it doesn't always happen that way.
Do you remember any clean stuff from when you first started?
So the first joke I ever wrote was about, and I told this randomly when Matt and I did a split bill.
Yeah.
I hadn't told this joke in 5+ years, but someone laughed at my name in the audience, and I went, I've got an old bit about that. And it worked. But so the first bit I ever wrote was, so my name's Jakob Friske, which is obviously an interesting name to grow up with as a kid. Most of the time pretty good for a laugh, but occasionally it did, cross over into being a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up in a small town and went to the main primary school, so the playground was just run by a few main bullies, and so they'd, you'd be out kicking the footy on the oval or whatever, and all you'd hear from across the oval is, let's get frisky. You wouldn't know which part of your body to protect.
Yeah.
And it was just a stupid little throwaway like that.
That's good though.
That was the first joke I ever wrote.
You think that Romanian fella knew your name somehow? It's like,
must have.
Yeah, just
must have.
Did you have were you wearing a backpack with like Frisky on it?
Oh, I did have a big T-shirt on with my name and face on it. Yeah.
You're like, oh, yes, this boy.
Frisky.
Oh, that's so funny. Like, that's funny how you described it too. Like, he was a seasoned pro.
It was just
interception, just fucking boop.
Just bam, one movement, one hand here, one hand there, kissing me.
Oh yeah, that's full on. That's full on, kind. Oh.
I was just drunk enough that it took a couple of seconds.
What
happened. Wait a minute.
A little bit of tongue, but then you're like, wait, no, that's
I
when you
jerked him off for a couple of seconds, and then went, I don't like doing this.
Oh fuck, that's gold, man. This has been good, man. I bet we should wrap it up though. It's been fucking. That's a good session, man. That was a really good one. That's going to take a million years to fucking upload. I think I figured out a better way from last time.
Perfect.
But yeah, man, fucking awesome conversations. If you watch this, I doubt many people are going to be. Well, they might look back at it, but there won't be too many watching before the next tradie show. But you'll hear about it, these motherfuckers, eventually.
It'll be a cracker.
Yeah, it's going to be good. This cunt's going to be there telling dark shit. So thanks for fucking, thanks for the conversation, brother.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Anytime, bro. Yeah, we'll have to fucking. To get Mitch on one time too. We should do, fucking, you guys should have a podcast.
Yeah.
Go on and
it's
it's
in discussion.
All right, I'll save that for you fellas to find out. All right. Oh, sweet. Fuck yeah, bro.